Okay, hey everybody, how's it going? I'm just gonna be watching a random video reacting to it type shit. I chose Jestering Explained. Why does dating feel like a humiliation ritual? There's an 8 minute video, real quick, real slick. But hey, I wanted to say something before. I was driving home like earlier, and this fucking flying turkey. I'm not kidding you. I live in Michigan, but I ain't never had this shit happen before. I'm driving a flying turkey, and not I didn't even know turkeys could fly. I'm gonna be that ass. But this thing kamikaze itself. I'm driving my little blue Jeep. Me, yay! I'm listening to yay! I'm driving my Jeep. I let me go. Oh, kamikaze nerd. And yeah, bro, dude, that terrified the fuck out of me because one second later, and we would have been playing Crossy Road because, bro, it flew. It came out of the sky, and at first I was like, surely that motherfucker's not gonna go towards my Jeep, right? Because it's just flying. I saw it going off to the distance. From my perspective, it just looked like it was going out. And then that bitch hit like a 180 U-turn. Hey, look, there's the intersection. I was this close to making that motherfucking chicken tenders, bro. Anyways, let's hop into the video. I'm just glad I didn't hit it.
Alright, bro. Why does talking to females feel like this image? Like, bro, why does it feel like I'm on stage at an open mic when I FaceTime a new female? It's like I'm subtly being pressured to make the bitch laugh. Gone are the days you could be talking on FaceTime while simultaneously playing the game. Nowadays, it feel like you gotta put on a whole Castanet stream. But nah, if you talked to a female in the past 2 years, you probably can relate to this meme. But I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like, sorry, I'm not gonna pause the video much because that's just not how I react to shit. But the one thing I'm gonna say is, I don't really pull a lot of bitches, so I don't know if this applies to me. But I get what you mean by like when it's like complicated to talk to bitches. I guess I don't know. I don't really care enough to, but I understand.
I think I personally cracked the code to why exactly this
And
happened.
fuck Kai to
So
that.
hit the like button, watch to the end of the video so
Low-key
you
a
can stop
pussy.
gesture maxing for the hoes. So the reason why talking to females nowadays feels like you're at some type of talent show is simply because the female you're talking to thinks she's better than you. Now, I'll explain later on in the video why you might be seeing an increased number of females that think they're better than you, even if there's some genuinely chop shit, but that's for later on, bro. The bottom line is, bro, if a female perceives herself to be out of your league, you're no longer finna be able to sauce that bitch up, bro. The only utility you have in that relationship at that point is to make her laugh or give her some type of entertainment. You damn near in the friend zone, I ain't gonna lie. But this really something that you understand unconsciously. Like when you perceive her to be out of your league, like this some overly fine shit, you're not the same player no more. Like you're not naturally putting up shots no more. Like you start losing the ball trying to do too much. The interaction turns into you trying to impress the female. Like you trying to bridge the gap between y'all's perceived attractiveness levels by using humor. And I'm sure I don't gotta explain, this shit is not gonna work. Like you cannot gesture your way out of being looked down upon by females. Not gonna lie, the gesture zone might be more hard to escape than the friend zone. You're better out trying to find another girl, bro. I ain't gonna lie, all the dots
I feel like you
for
can
this
like
theory.
laugh
When
your
I got
way
on
like into
FaceTime one night with
like, a
two
bitch,
females with
like
widely
you can
different
make them
levels of
laugh.
attractiveness. Like one of them was slightly above average and the other one was overly chopped, I'm be honest. And for those of you questioning why I was on the phone with some overly chopped
What's
shit, I want
gesture
y'all to
maxing? Is that
understand,
where you
I
just
met
make
this
them
bitch in the
laugh?
club. So of course it's gonna be dark. I got loud ass 808s in my
tapped in, I
ears.
guess.
My
Shit.
head starting to hurt a little bit, and I was probably lit. Not to mention all the cosmetic enhancements she probably had on. Like, come on, bro. I don't know what done happened over the years, bro, but the new makeup they got right now is damn near magic. Like, bro, I knew this shit was getting serious when they started making Glorilla look good. No bullshit. This is side
Damn,
note,
what
but
the
if you
fuck?
slide anywhere where it's low visibility, you can't
She
really
looked hella
get a good look
different.
at a female.
I like
Just ask for
Glorilla's
Instagram,
music,
bro.
but damn, she
Fuck the
low-key
number.
chopped.
And don't think that number gonna get you something to Instagram, not, bro. But nah, now that I beat the slime on chalk shit allegations, let me really explain how I came to the conclusion of this theory. So I get on the phone with a girl that's slightly above average, and it's a regular first FaceTime call, bro. Like, I ain't gonna act like I was putting up crazy numbers. It wasn't my best performance.
Bro,
I'm
I ain't
be real,
going on
it might have
dating
been some
forever,
gesturing
bro.
involved. My team probably would get sold, but of course this should be expected with females that look a certain way. But nah, like 30 minutes after that, I got on the phone with the chalk shit, and I kid you not, it felt like all my attributes got placed plus 10. Like, all of a sudden, I was the funniest, most handsome, most charismatic nigga alive. And I wasn't even try harding. Like, I remember more about playing the game when I was on the phone with her than the actual conversation. And this is within the same hour span. Like, I was the same nigga, same haircut. Literally, all my stats was the same. But the vibe of the FaceTime call was completely different. Simply because I understood on a subconscious level that I looked objectively better than the bitch I was talking to. And she understood that. Like, she wasn't trying to make me gesture. She understood I was more attractive. So naturally, the dynamic of the FaceTime call was a lot more in my favor. Like, in the first FaceTime call, I was the adorer and she was the adorer. Hence me subconsciously trying to overly entertain the female. And in the second FaceTime call, I was the adored and she was the adorer. Hence my subconscious lack of effort when trying to sauce that shit up, and the ease in which she was going. Like, no bullshit, bruh. She probably would have threw neck that night if I requested it. The stark contrast in these two interactions really what led me to having this realization. Like maybe I understood subconsciously that the female that wanted me to put on the whole constant stream thought we went in the same league. But when I seen this meme, I immediately thought back to the night where I FaceTimed them two hoes. Now, I know y'all aren't no dumbass niggas, but let me break it down in a more comprehensive way. I'm pretty sure everybody here is familiar with the game Rainbow Six Siege. Probably the best tactical shooter ever created. This thumbhead ass nigga recently brought it back to life. If you're not familiar with Rainbow, I ain't really finna drop no crazy broad knowledge. I'm just finna use the ranking system. Pretty much all you need to know is Copper's ass and Champ is good. With that being said, I'm finna put this in Siege terms. You really can't load into a Champ lobby as a Copper player and expect to have a good time. You literally gonna get walked down before you even understand where the shot's coming from. You gonna think niggas is hacking. The skill gap is just too big for the game to be fun. But at the same time though, you don't wanna be an Emerald smurfing in Copper lobbies either. Cause that's just boring. It's no comp. You're swinging everything with no fear of getting killed.
Exactly.
There's really no sense of accomplishment with them kills. You might go 12-0. It's like playing against a computer. What is this video even called? You want a reasonable matchup, something that you don't gotta try hard with, but also not something so overly chopped that you're not even attracted to them. You really want to try to just have as good a matchmaking as you can. Is that when you're trying to impress the girl? Like, if the female is 1 or 2 tiers above you, you shouldn't really have to gesture like that. But if there's a big difference in attractiveness, yeah bro, go ahead and get the sketch pad out. Start studying the Dave Chappelle skits. But nah, before I end the video, I want to cover a little bit more of the nuances of this theory of relativity. The first of which being when you're doing too much always think they're better than you just based on looks alone. You'll see legitimate 10 out of 10 females throwing neck in a Waffle House parking lot at 2 a.m. purely off against our stuff, like no gesturing required. And you'll see genuinely chopped shit walking around like Princess Diana. Of course, these are outliers, but they do exist. There definitely is a correlation between looks and a female's perceived self-worth. So most women that look good know they look good, and they're gonna interact with you with that in mind. So if you don't look better than a female, or you can't make up for it in some other way, you should already expect to have to compensate with some gesturing. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, nowadays females on average do have overinflated egos.
That's one thing that I think Clap fucks up with. If he wasn't famous, he's a good looking guy, but he quite literally like has no like good personality, I don't think.
So they take that same like self-esteem that they just got from Instagram and bring it to real life. Also, they're getting slid on 24/7. If you got a female friend, just ask to see her DMs. You finna see so many horrible shots, you gonna think you just walked into a WNBA practice gym. So they're already coming into the interaction with the idea in their head that they're a 10 even though they might be a 6. So with this in mind, if your strategy is to go for the chopped hoes, that shit might not even work, bro. I'm gonna be real. Cause not only do they have to be chopped, they have to have the awareness to understand that you're more attractive than them, and they'll then have to base the interaction off of that. The formula should essentially be, if a female is a 5 and I'm a 6, that should equal no gesturing. Now in a perfect world, this should be the end of the formula, but unfortunately, we gotta factor in the female delusion. This variable represents how attractive a female thinks she is personally, and I'm using D for delusion because this most of the time don't really reflect reality. This variable explains why sometimes you can be more attractive than a female and still be expected to gesture. So in order to not have to gesture, you're not only gonna have to mock her in real life, but you're also gonna have to mock the perception she has of herself. If you're talking to a girl and she's a 6 and you're an 8, but she has a +3 delusion attribute, you're still gonna end up with a gesturing unit of 1. And I'm not saying this shit so y'all can pull out calculators and shit mid-slide. Like, bro, if a bitch got you doing too much off the real, you don't even gotta do no calculations, bro. That's pretty much all you need to know about the phenomenon of gesturing, bro. Like, this shit done been around, but I swear it's become more common. Like, Mark Zuckerberg might have single-handedly destroyed the dating game. This nigga really got the chop shit thinking they regular and the regular shit thinking they like top tier. And y'all niggas know, bro, there's literally nothing on earth more annoying than having a chop bitch sit there and try to make you gesture. Like, what the like, bro, it was bad enough when it was bitches that actually look good making you gesture. Now you'll literally hop on the phone with a ogre and still be expected to jump through.
I feel like some guys can also be delusional.
What the fuck am I supposed to like? I know I was talking about balance matchmaking before, bro. All this might gotta start fucking with each other just to recalibrate the system.
I've only had a few.
If this dating shit feels like a humiliation ritual, it's not because you're particularly unfunny or awkward or don't got game. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that could be true. But now you should understand the formula. If you don't wanna go through the humiliation ritual and gesture matching no more, all you gotta do is either go for the more chop shit or increase your own attractiveness. But yeah, bro, that's all I got for this one. Like the video, subscribe if you learned something, and let me know.
Okay, yeah, bro, dude, I completely get it now. Like, I see two possible solutions outside of this. You could either, this is from a guy's perspective, you could either date a guy, like that would work, you know, that way the female delusion is there, but they might have male delusion. But I'm gonna be dead ass. Gay guys and gay people, like, dude, they don't have delusion. I feel like they know what they want to an extent, and or you could just crack a torta. Like, one of the two works. So hey, that's all today's video is. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Y'all have a go on. Peace out. Okay.